Oops. Hi everyone, I'm here today to do my final book haul of 2018, and I went a little bit wild. I've bought quite a few books. I think this might actually be the largest book haul I've ever done on my channel. So with that in mind, I am just gonna get cracking. But first of all, I'm gonna say festivities. I hope you're all having a great start to the festive season if you're watching this at Christmas time. So I'm going to crack on with these as quickly as I can because I don't want this video to be 45 minutes long. These books are in no particular order. I've literally just got them all stacked together here, so I'm just going to grab and you know. So the first book that I've got here is this one. This is Sea Room by Adam Nicholson. This is about a man who, when he was 21, inherited some islands off the coast of Lewis, the Isle of Lewis, I think. Yeah, age 21, he inherited the Shiants, I'm not sure how to say it, I apologise if it's wrong, 3 lonely islands set in a dangerous sea 5 miles off Lewis, with only a stone bothy for accommodation and one of the most beautiful places on the planet. Now, I'm really into Scottish Islands at the moment, and I've just been wanting to read more about them. There are a couple of Scottish Island books in my haul. And so yeah, I picked this up second hand. It only cost me a few pence, and I can't wait to read it and find out more about these Scottish Islands. And I'd never even heard of these ones before, so oh, it's non-fiction. The next book that I've got is this one. This is Island Wife by Judy Fairbairns. Again, this is another second-hand find. Once again, it's a non-fiction. It's about Judy, who has married her wild pioneer and moved off to a remote Scottish island. Do you see the little theme I've got going there? In her time on the island, she's born 5 children. She's ran a hotel. I'm sure she started a diving business as well. Oh, she started a recording studio and the island's first whale watching business with her husband. But it sounds interesting, and I'm really interested to find out what happened to Judy along the way. The next book that I've got is this one. This is Outrun by Amy Liptrot. I saw this book talked about on Rose's channel from Rose Reads Books. And she basically said this was a good read, and I trust Rose's recommendations. So I picked this up, and again, it's another Scottish Island book. I think that might be my last Scottish Island book if you're getting bored. It is about Amy, who at 30 years old finds herself back on her home island of Orkney after, when she was younger, she travelled off to London, I think, and ended up with a drug addiction, and I think she goes back to Orkney to reconnect with nature and sort of continue on her journey to being sober. That's what I think this is about, and I will find out when I read it. The next book that I've got is a mammoth one. That is this one, I Am the Seed That Grew the Tree, a nature poem for every day of the year. I used to really like poetry, and I've not read a lot of poetry in many years actually. So when I saw this one sitting in Waterstones, I had to pick it up. It looked beautiful, it was huge, and it needs to be. Obviously it's got poems for every day of the year, and it's got sort of illustrations that go with each season that you're in, and I think it's an absolutely beautiful book. It would make a perfect gift for somebody, and I've already read quite a few of the poems, namely sort of from people's birthdays and things, giving them their poem, but it's been an interesting read so far, and I really love it, and I think this is going to be one that I will enjoy for many years. The next book that I've got is this one, The Child's Secret by Amanda Brooke. This is about a girl who goes missing, and everybody around her seems to be having secrets. There is a warden who had befriended the girl and want to know what he's hiding and what he's running away from. Her parents can't stand to be in the same room as each other, and the police want to know what's going on with that. Why can't they be in the same room as each other? And it says that everybody has secrets, but who will pay the price? So I'm going to step into this with trepidation. I'm a bit weird when it comes to anything to do with children, and yet I still keep buying the books. But some of them I find it hard to read them, so this might be a DNF depending on how horrific it is, or it might be a happy ending, I don't know. So I'll give this a go, and I'll find out. The next book that I've got is this one. This is 6'4" by, get ready for it, I'm going to attempt it, Hideo Yokiyama. I hope that's right. This is a Japanese crime fiction, and it's about the parents of a 7-year-old girl who went missing. Again, like I say, I don't know why I keep doing it with kids in books, but I'm going to give this one a go as well. And it is about a 7-year-old girl who went missing, and her parents are sat listening to the demands of the kidnapper, but the investigation ends up botched by the police who are doing it, and it becomes known as the infamous case 6-4. And then many years later, I think 14 years later, it is re-looked into, reopened, and the investigator discovers a huge anomaly, and then uncovers a whole host of whatever. I don't know what the whatever is. I'm assuming it'll be contained within these pages. And how beautiful is this? Look, pink sprayed edges. I love pink. If you haven't gathered by now, I absolutely adore pink. Yes. The next book that I've got is this one, Here Come the Girls by Millie Johnson. This sounds like a fun read. It's a women's fiction, and it's about 4 women who used to be really good friends in school, but years later, sort of life has trodden them down. A couple of them have fallen out with each other, never to speak again. One of them is having to work all the hours that God sends because she's got a lazy husband who doesn't contribute to the household. Another one can't show any love to her husband because her cheating ex has destroyed her trust. And one of the women of the group, Val, I think, Ven has decided that she's going to reunite the girls and take them all on a cruise of a lifetime to sort of rekindle their friendship and get away from it all. And they're going to go on this cruise by the time that they hit 40. The next book that I've got is a proof copy of My Sister Is Missing by Julia Barrett. This is a psychological thriller, and it is about Stephanie, who has had a baby, and she's looking down at her baby and wondering if her husband's going to notice that the baby doesn't look like him. And then her lover demands a paternity test, which leads the 2 men to end up in a confrontation. I'm assuming they find out about each other, and then not long after that, Stephanie goes missing. So Jess, her sister, comes in and starts trying to figure out what has happened, where's Stephanie gone, and her daughter. Her daughter's missing too. And there's some CCTV footage of a woman who jumps in front of a train with a baby, I think. And she wants to know, is that a sister? Or if it's not a sister, where is her sister? What's happened? And she starts to uncover all of her secrets. And if you know me, you'll know that's the sort of book that I really love, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. The next book that I've got is another proof copy of Needle Mouse by Jane O'Connor, and this is the proof that I've got here. It's going to be released next year in June, but how gorgeous is this proof? Needle Mouse is actually the Japanese term for hedgehog, and this is about Sylvia, who is working at a university, and she also helps out at a hedgehog sanctuary, which makes everybody think she's this lovely woman, but she's actually harbouring a secret love for a boss, which she's had for many years now, and she harbours secret fantasies that he's going to leave his wife for her. She also goes out of her way to make things difficult for anybody that she thinks may sort of step in the way of her affections for him and him noticing her. But then a new PhD arrives, and the professor seems to be noticing her instead. And so Sylvia is awoken from a long sleep, it's described as, and I just can't wait to read this. It sounds extremely interesting, and although it doesn't come out until next June, I'm hoping to read this pretty quickly. The next book that I've got is this one, The Bad Daughter by Joy Fielding. This is another one that was sent to me very kindly for review. And this is about Robin Davis, who hasn't spoken to her family in 6 years since it happened. We don't know what it is. It is going to be in here. Then her family are attacked, and they're all left fighting for their lives apparently, and Robin is back. It says that all families have their secrets, but one of theirs might have put them in terrible danger. I live for stuff like this. I love things where families have secrets and we all find out what's going on, because I'm very nosy and I want to know what's going on, so I can't wait to read this. The next one that I've got is this one, An Island Christmas. I again saw this in W.H. Smith's and had to pick it. It's all shiny and beautiful and Christmassy. This is by Jenny Colgan. I should have possibly have said that rather than just leave it out there. But yeah, An Island Christmas, and it's about the Scottish Islands. Again, I've gone a little bit crazy with the Scottish Islands. I picked it up because I liked the cover, and then I read this. Let me read it to you. Christmas on the remote Scottish island of Muir is bleak, stark and incredibly beautiful. So at that point I'm thinking, yeah, Scottish Island. I'm interested. It's a time for hunkering down, getting cosy in front of whiskey barrel wood fires and enjoying a dram with the people you love. Unless, of course, you're accidentally pregnant with your ex-boss's child and don't know how to tell him. Dun dun dun. Scandal, scandal, Christmas, Scottish Islands. Yes. So, oh, there is more as well, obviously, there's more to this. Meanwhile, Saif, the doctor and refugee from war-torn Syria, is trying to enjoy his first Western Christmas with his sons, but without his missing wife. And can the little family possibly find comfort and joy? This just sounds perfect. I'm going to read this December, so I'm looking forward to this. The final book that I've got is a wild card that I picked up on a whim in Waterstones, and it's this one, Slender Man. I walked past this, saw the picture on the cover as I was on my way down to the bottom, and it caught my eye. I thought that looks like Slender Man, looked, it said Slender Man, and I grabbed it. It is by Anonymous, and I'm sure you all know sort of the urban legend that is Slender Man, and this is a story about a girl who goes missing, and it somehow links back to Slender Man. I'm not going to read too much about it because I don't want to know, I want to go into this blind. So I'm looking forward to reading this, and this is the last book that I've picked up this year, so I hope it's a good one. So that is my last book haul of 2018. If you are going to read any of them, let me know. If you have any of them, let me know. If any of them are really rubbish, let me know so I don't waste my time, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.